Sarah said helplessly. Okay, then I will post the location to your WeChat later. Can you be there at noon? I will let the family prepare lunch. Charlie thought for a while. Almost, then I'll bother you. Sarah chuckled and said, I won't tell my parents about this first. Just say that an old person is going to be a guest at home. I believe they will be very excited when they see you. She said. There was also a hint of warmth in his heart. Thinking of the deterioration of Sarah's father Philip, he asked, Is Uncle's condition okay? Not so good. Sarah said in a low voice, It's not so good. The doctor has recommended that he be hospitalized again. My dad doesn't want to go. I think he is a little depressed. Maybe he has resigned. I don't want to toss anymore. He always feels that he has no dignity when he receives various treatments in the hospital. You may not know his character, but my mother said that he is exactly like your father. It's like, they're very Axis, don't listen to persuasion. Charlie knows that many decent people have less desire to survive when they are dying. This is mainly because they have been decent for so many years, and they value face and dignity very much. They don't want to put down all their dignity and esteem at the end of their lives in order to live for such a limited period of time. Charlie even heard that many great people have signed a no-rescue agreement when they are severely ill. If their lives come to the end, they will not be intubated, operated or on a ventilator, just to make themselves more dignified. It seems that Philip has already started planning for the future. Fortunately, the timing of his reunion with Sarah was relatively coincidental. Otherwise, if wait for Philip to pass away from a serious illness, he would not be able to save Philip's life. So, he said to comfort her, Don't worry about this matter so much. I will help you solve it after I arrive. Sarah choked and said, Thank you, Charlie. He should be very happy if you can come to see Dad. Charlie didn't want to talk too much to Sarah, so as not to be heard by Elsa, who was next to him, so he said, Let's do this first. The plane is about to take off and will be shut down. Sarah hurriedly said, Okay, Charlie, I am waiting for you in Eastcliff. Charlie hung up the phone, and Elsa couldn't help but smile. Oh, Charlie, you are so amazing now. No wonder people call you Master. Listening to the tone you just called, it seems that they are waiting for you to fight the fire. Charlie smiled slightly. Feng Shui is something like this sometimes, if there is no problem, but when there is a problem, it is often rushed. Elsa sighed from the bottom of her heart. Claire is really lucky to find a capable husband like you. After speaking, Elsa asked again, By the way, where would you go to Eastcliff this time? Charlie said, Near Northeast 5th Ring Road, there is the villa area. Elsa said happily, That's not far away. Come to my house? Charlie said embarrassingly, I won't, it's not appropriate, and I came to Eastcliff this time. There are quite a lot of things. Elsa smiled slightly, It's okay. Look at that time. If you don't have time, it doesn't matter, but you have to give me a chance to treat you to dinner, just as I thank you for saving me twice, okay? Hearing that it was just a meal, Charlie was not hypocritical, and he nodded and agreed, okay. At this time, the beautiful and generous flight attendants have begun to remind everyone to buckle up their seatbelts and the plane is ready to roll out. Afterwards, the plane started slowly and came to the end of the runway. After taxiing to a sufficient speed on the runway, it took off into the air. Elsa was very excited along the way, constantly searching for topics by Charlie's side. But Charlie's thoughts have always been in Eastcliff, the place that carries his childhood memories. After the 1 hour and 40-minute flight, the plane slowly descended and landed smoothly on the runway of Eastcliff International Airport. Charlie's heart suddenly beat at this time, and shouted in his heart, Eastcliff, I'm back. When the plane landed, Charlie and Elsa got off the plane together. Because Charlie didn't have any luggage checked, he didn't have to wait to pick up his luggage, and Elsa was a big beauty after all, and she usually took a lot of clothes, cosmetics, and skincare products when she went out. Especially for things like cosmetics and skincare products, it is easy to exceed the capacity, so she must check in. After getting off the plane, she couldn't leave directly like Charlie, and she had to wait for the luggage to come out at the luggage collection area. So she hurriedly asked Charlie, Charlie, how do you go later? Charlie said, I will go out and stop a taxi and leave. Elsa hurriedly said, Then you might as well wait for me for a while. Let's go together? It just happened that my family drove to pick me up, and I can see you off. Charlie smiled and waved his hand. No, Elsa, I'm quite anxious over there. Let's go separately. Elsa said helplessly. Okay, then let's make an appointment another day. Don't forget that you promised me. Let's have a meal together. Okay. Charlie smiled slightly and said, you wait for your luggage, I'll go first, and I'll make an appointment another day. After bidding farewell to Elsa, he walked out of East Cliff Airport alone. After he went out, he was too late to sigh, and he was ready to go directly to the taxi stop to queue up for a taxi. Just after he came out, a woman wrapped in a thick down jacket, wearing a down jacket hat, a mask and black sunglasses, ran towards him quickly.